everybody, it's Lucas, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about why I actually like LEGO's new road plates. I've seen a lot of negative reviews on these things, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about why I personally, as a LEGO collector and everything, even though, you know, these have multiple things that I'm gonna point out that are less than their predecessors, I still think that they're really good. I just want to give you guys a look at what everything looks like together. We have multiple lampposts here. So we have a little street light. That's not a lamppost, but we have a lamppost back there. Lots of little decorations. We have some plants, which I think this is really nice. They give you a little bit of foliage and everything. They give you some signs, like this sign right here, which just shows that this is a crosswalk, and we'll look at the crosswalk in a little bit. Up here we have the other street lamp, and yeah, that basically covers the details of the road. It's very simplistic, but it has more than the other road. That's the first kind of pro of this. Of course, there are some cons. We'll go through those, but with this, you don't have to buy as much. Like regularly, if I would have got the other one, I'd have had to buy this lamppost right here, you know, buy the pieces from scratch or get a set like an extras pack. Now here is what the road looks like from beginning to end. And as you can see, it has just enough room for cars to go up and down it. So I did bring a couple cars because I wanted to actually show what this would look like in a normal city. I am gonna show you what it looks like in our city very soon. This actually fits mostly 6 stud wide builds. So it will fit this, it'll fit this car. Actually, they're on the wrong side of this is supposed to be this way, but yeah, it fits those types of builds. So that is the first limitation we're kind of getting to here, is that you can't fit really, really big builds, which is a little bit disappointing. But for me personally, it's just not that big of a deal because I don't really put that many cars that are bigger than that in my city because we do have a rather small city. And so for me, it's not too big of a compromise, even though it is a little bit. Like I could put some, you know, 8 stud wide builds, but you can't on this road. It fits just perfectly with 6 stud. We also have a crosswalk, and I really like how they added this because it's so useful. And something, I think they have this in the other version as well, but this one's a little bit more buildable. You can actually have a minifigure, and I just have my Raphael minifigure here. You can have a minifigure crossing the street, and you can have like a car, you know, waiting for him or something like that. I think that's really cool for, you know, different setups and things, and, you know, for sort of a customizable way to get around your city. Like you can actually integrate this very well. Another pro of this sort of build that the other one could not do, it was one piece. Of course, multiple pieces could be connected together, but they were large pieces. I think the pieces from there were wider than this, and they had sidewalks. That's a drawback, of course, that these do not have the sidewalks. You have to actually build those, which I do want to also do. The other ones were about halfway to the middle of this, I think. You can actually take some of these apart, and they are rather large pieces. So the reason I really, really like this is because I can actually take this and you can actually, you know, have a nice little turn there. You can put your build in different orientations. So if you need to curve around a building, which is what I ultimately plan to do, is curve it around some of our buildings, then I can do that. Now that I've kind of went through the pros and cons, I think that's pretty much everything except for the one last thing in our city. So I'm gonna head over there now. Okay, everybody, so we're now in our LEGO room, at our LEGO city, and I just want to show you guys what I have kind of positioned the road as. It's not right there. I'm going to go get it in just a second, but, you know, kind of show what we're doing with it and the last kind of pro versus the other sort of set that this has, sort of like an advantage, I think. Okay, I'm going to have to be very careful. This thing could fall apart, and then my dreams could be crushed. Okay, please do not fall apart. I have faith in the LEGO pieces that they will clutch together perfectly. There we go. Okay, so now that I have the road back in the city, I just want to tell you what my favorite part of this is, and like probably my favorite pro, and the reason I really like this. Like I would have got the other ones if it wasn't for this one feature that really stands out to me. These can stick down to existing base plates. You can imagine if, you know, I had to put those other plates in there that do not stick. They're just these types right here. Let me see if I can get an edge. They're just these parts that have no studs up under there. And so there's literally no way to stick them to existing plates. And so you would have to like cut out a section or something, and it would just be so troublesome and hard. And then, you know, if I ever wanted to move the road, it would be literally impossible to do so because I cut it in that one part. with these actually will stick down because the bottom of these has, you know, antistads. So I guess that's what they're called. And you can actually stick them down and have them on your base plates that you already have setting there if you already have a city established. And so I think that's just my favorite part, honestly, because it just allows so much more customizability. And I don't hear anybody really mentioning this because I don't think people think about, you know, setting it on your actual plates. I don't know if people do this, but for me, it just works better. And these road plates that I've been talking about this entire video, I think that they have their place. I don't think they're for everybody. Like, for adult fans of Lego, probably not so much. For people that have a smaller city, I think they're great. And a lot of people have been saying that part, but and for people who don't want to have to cut their base plates or rip them up or anything, I think that these are probably the best choice you can make. Okay, everybody, so this video was just sort of a passion video. I wanted to talk about something that I like and that I've seen a lot of people not like. I wanted to talk about my reasons for it and, you know, tell me what you guys think about it. Do you like these roads? Do you dislike these roads? Tell me your opinion on it. I don't have a problem with anybody that doesn't like these roads. I get their reasoning. Their reasoning makes perfect sense to me. But for me and for my situation and for what I'm building and everything, it just works. Like, I feel like that's the great thing about Lego. Some people will like it because of what they have, like as far as like city building and everything, and some people won't because they have a different style of city. But for me, it just works perfectly. So I just want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course I already told you to leave a comment. But thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now. See you guys next week.